Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to day 23 of this 30 Days of Mindfulness series. So, today I'm going to continue talking about the 10 paramis, which are beneficial qualities that can be invoked in meditation and in daily life. And specifically today, I'm going to be talking about renunciation, which is also bringing a simplicity to our lives and to our minds as well. Minimalism, perhaps. I know that's a very popular word these days. So, the invitation here is not that renunciation doesn't mean giving up everything we own and just going to live in a cave, but actually reducing our attachment to the things that we do have and also to maybe some of the wants and needs and desires which are in the mind that are not necessarily helping us in the daily life. You know, we live in a time which is increasingly fast paced and materialistic, right? I don't think it's hard to see this if we look around. I think some of our ancestors would probably, if they saw us today, at the pace that we're living at and the technology that we have, it would look pretty wild, I'm guessing. It's pretty drastically different than human beings have lived for the entire existence of the human race. So these changes are happening quickly. And I know for myself, I increasingly just have more stuff than I thought I would. And it takes an intentional effort to bring some simplicity into that domain so I don't feel like I'm starting to get overtaken by my things and my needs. And a question is, how does it feel sometimes when the tempo of the day or the quick paced tempo of the day stops and slows down and there's nothing to do for a moment? It can feel a little disorienting sometimes, right? Like, what, what am I supposed to do? I have a free moment, And it's like, for me, I'm often just trying to find the next thing. I don't allow for much of that spontaneousness or the creativity which can unfold from being like, well, let me just chill for a second and see what's next. And how does it feel to be without the phone for a minute, Like, how does it feel to sit in a waiting room and just not pick up the phone? I know sometimes it just feels like, for me, like, okay, I'm going to try to do this. I'm not going to pick it up. But then sure enough, I'll find myself a few minutes later being like, oh, I need to just check this one thing or whatever, right? This is an attachment, right? I'm attached to this device that I have. Sometimes I'll realize I've gone through a large portion of my day just, on the laptop, music playing, go for a walk, bring the phone, listen to a podcast. It's just like, you think my mind is constantly stimulated in this way. And what I found, and I think what the encouragement of, a meditation practice is to actually create space where the mind is not constantly dependent on material things and dependent on stimulation of thoughts and our desires and plans. Bringing some simplicity and some space into this realm can be really beneficial. This isn't just to punish ourselves for having attachments to things, but it feels good to release and to allow some space. The mind can come back into the body. There can be more presence, can be, there for each other, can do creative things that aren't dependent on external objects. So we will sit and practice as always for a bit here. So just finding an upright posture right now, which is, balanced, which is soft and open, and also upright and alert. And if it feels comfortable for you, just allowing the eyes to close or resting the gaze softly in front of you. And so to begin, Just releasing the mind from any of the needs or preoccupations which it may have, and just allowing it to soften and open into the rhythm of this body breathing. If it feels helpful, just take a few gentle, long, slow, deeper breaths to just kind of settle the system. And allowing the breath to return to normal. And beginning to just soften the body with each out-breath. So just releasing the muscles of the forehead, the face, and the jaw, which can also help relax the belly. All of these muscles in the human body are connected. Just allowing the shoulders to fall naturally back around this upright and strong back, so the chest can open and just breathe in its full capacity. Just noticing how the ribs gently expand and contract. The diaphragm rises and falls. And settling down into the seat. Just becoming aware of the contact points with the chair or the cushion. Feeling this earthy quality in the support of the legs and the feet, which carry us through every day, allowing the mind to settle into the roots of the body. And the mind will think. It's what it does. All we're doing is beginning to loosen our attachment or preoccupation with the thoughts, and instead prioritizing our direct experience, the breath and the body, which can stabilize the mind. allowing the breath to just invite some ease into the nervous system. And noticing any stillness or space or well-being which comes through this simple practice. Slowly reducing the attachments of the mind. Right now, nothing is needed at all other than to sit, observe, and be present. And just noticing any ways in which the awareness moves impulsively towards the thinking mind. Worries, thoughts of the past or future. Just noticing this and releasing the mind, releasing the awareness back into the body. Cultivating the simple presence of the mind instead. There's nowhere to go right now. And you don't have to be anybody. So thank you for taking the time to sit and to cultivate a bit of this renunciation in a meditation practice. So just an offer of a reflection to take with you off of the meditation cushion, just to think about some of the ways that you might bring more simplicity into your life. I know for me it's been helpful sometimes to create a time of the day where I just don't touch my phone, you know. I put it on do not disturb for me it's like 11 p.m. to 11 a.m. I'm lucky enough that I don't have to be on my phone for the first few hours of my day. I understand that's a privilege. But yeah, it's things like that. I'm just throwing out recommendations. Maybe there's a time in the day where I'm just gonna sit, or I'm just gonna have this meal in simplicity without distractions, or I'm just gonna go for a walk without even the headphones in, or whatever it might be. Because while I enjoy podcasts and I enjoy entertainment and I enjoy being stimulated and connected to other people, it can also feel great to have some space sometimes to give the mind and the heart a minute to reset and find balance. So I hope this has been helpful, and yeah, I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.